Hello, my beautiful friend. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Right now, as you're listening to these words, I want you to know that you've taken a beautiful step towards something wonderful. You've chosen to explore abundance, and that choice alone tells me so much about who you are. You're someone who believes life can be better, richer, more fulfilling. You're someone who's ready to open your heart to possibility. I know that bringing abundance into your life might feel challenging right now. Perhaps you've been struggling with money, feeling like there's never enough. Maybe you've been working so hard, yet prosperity seems to slip through your fingers like sand. Or perhaps you've been told that wanting more makes you greedy, that you should be grateful for what little you have. These feelings are so natural, so human, and I want you to know that every single person who has ever lived has walked this path of learning about abundance. When I think about abundance, I see it as life's natural state. Look around you at nature, the endless leaves on trees, the countless grains of sand on beaches, the infinite stars in the sky. The universe doesn't create just one of anything. It creates abundance everywhere we look. And you, my dear friend, are part of this abundant universe. You were born from abundance, you live in abundance, and abundance is your birthright. But I understand that this might not feel true for you right now. Society has taught us so many false things about money, about worthiness, about what we deserve. We've been told that resources are scarce, that we must fight for our share, that if someone else has more, it means less for us. These are just stories, old stories that have been passed down through generations, and today we begin to write a new story together. The beautiful truth is that abundance flows to us in so many forms. Yes, money is one form of abundance, and it's perfectly wonderful to desire financial freedom. But abundance also shows up as love in our relationships, vitality in our bodies, creativity in our work, joy in our daily experiences, and peace in our hearts. When we open ourselves to abundance in all its forms, we begin to see that the universe is constantly offering us gifts. I want you to feel safe here as we explore this together. This is a space where you can release any shame or guilt you might have about wanting more. It's natural to want a life that feels good, to desire financial security, to wish for ease and comfort. These desires don't make you selfish or materialistic. They make you human. And when you have abundance in your life, you're able to give more freely, love more openly, and serve others from a place of overflow rather than depletion. As we journey together today, we're going to gently look at the beliefs that might be blocking your abundance. We're going to discover the power you have to change your relationship with prosperity. And we're going to learn how your thoughts and words can become the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. This isn't about magical thinking or pretending that challenges don't exist. This is about aligning yourself with the natural flow of abundance that wants to move through your life. You don't need to have everything figured out right now. You don't need to believe everything I'm sharing immediately. All you need is a willingness to be open, to be curious, and to be gentle with yourself as we explore these ideas together. Change happens one thought at a time, one belief at a time, one choice at a time. And every moment offers us a fresh opportunity to choose thoughts that serve our highest good. Let's begin by looking honestly at where you stand with abundance right now. This isn't about judgment or criticism. This is about awareness, because awareness is always the first step toward transformation. When we understand our current relationship with abundance, we can begin to see where healing is needed and where new growth can take place. Many of us learned our earliest lessons about money and abundance before we could even walk or talk. We absorbed these lessons not through words, but through the energy in our homes, the conversations we overheard, the emotions we felt when money was discussed. Perhaps money felt scary in your childhood home. something that caused arguments or stress. Maybe there was never enough, and you learned to associate money with struggle and worry. Or perhaps money was used as a tool for control, given or withheld based on behavior or love. These early experiences create what we might call our abundance blueprint, the unconscious pattern of beliefs and expectations that guides how we relate to prosperity throughout our lives. This blueprint operates below the surface of our conscious mind, influencing our choices, our actions, and even our ability to recognize opportunities when they appear. Some people grew up believing that money was the root of all evil, that wealthy people were greedy or corrupt, that spiritual people shouldn't care about material things. Others learned that you have to work incredibly hard for every penny, that money doesn't grow on trees, that life is a struggle, and you shouldn't expect it to be easy. Still others were taught that they weren't smart enough, good enough, or worthy enough to have abundance in their lives. These beliefs feel so true because they've been with us for so long. They've become like old, familiar clothes that we wear without thinking. But just because we've worn these beliefs for a long time doesn't mean they fit us anymore. Just because these ideas were taught to us doesn't mean they're actually true. And just because we've lived with limitation doesn't mean we have to continue living that way. The way we think about money often reflects how we think about ourselves. If we believe we're not worthy of abundance, we'll unconsciously create situations that confirm this belief. If we think we have to struggle for everything, we'll find ourselves struggling even when easier paths are available. If we believe there's not enough to go around, we'll live in fear of losing what we have and resist the flow of abundance that wants to come to us. But here's what I want you to understand. Your current financial situation is not a reflection of your worth as a person. The amount of money in your bank account says nothing about your value, your intelligence, your character, or your potential. You are infinitely worthy of abundance simply because you exist. You didn't come into this world to struggle or to live in fear about money. You came here to experience joy, to express your unique gifts, and to live a life that feels good to you. Sometimes our resistance to abundance comes from fear of what having more might mean. We worry that if we have money, people might judge us or expect things from us. We fear that abundance might change us in ways we don't want to be changed, or that we might become someone we don't like. These fears are natural, but they're based on misconceptions about what abundance really is. Abundance doesn't corrupt good people. It amplifies who they already are. When a generous person receives abundance, they become more generous. When a loving person has plenty, they have more love to share. When a creative person is financially free, they have more space and resources to create beautiful things in the world. Abundance in the hands of good people creates more good in the world. Your thoughts are far more powerful than you might realize. Every thought you think sends out a vibration, a signal to the universe about what you expect to experience in your life. These thoughts don't just stay in your head. They influence your emotions, your actions, your relationships, and your circumstances. When you truly understand this connection between your thoughts and your reality, you hold the key to transforming any area of your life. The relationship between your thoughts and your experiences isn't mysterious or mystical. It's quite practical when you think about it. If you wake up each morning thinking about how broke you are, how hard life is, how little opportunity exists for you, these thoughts will influence your mood, your energy, and your behavior throughout the day. You'll likely feel discouraged, defeated, or anxious. You'll move through your day with less confidence, less creativity, less ability to see and seize opportunities. You might not even notice possibilities that are right in front of you because your thoughts have trained your mind to look for evidence of lack and limitation. On the other hand, When you begin each day with thoughts of gratitude for what you have, excitement about possibilities, and confidence in your ability to create abundance, these thoughts generate completely different emotions and behaviors. You feel more optimistic, more creative, more open to opportunity. You move through your day with a different energy, and this energy affects how others respond to you, what opportunities you notice, and what actions you feel inspired to take. This isn't about pretending problems don't exist or thinking positive thoughts to avoid reality. This is about understanding that your thoughts are always creating your experience of reality, so you might as well choose thoughts that create experiences you want to have. When you change your thinking, you change your feeling. When you change your feeling, you change your actions. When you change your actions, you change your results. Your body is constantly listening to your thoughts and responding accordingly. When you think fearful thoughts about money, your body produces stress hormones that can affect your health, your sleep, your digestion, and your overall well-being. When you think abundant, grateful thoughts, your body relaxes, your immune system strengthens, and you feel more vibrant and alive. This mind-body connection means that changing your thoughts about abundance isn't just good for your bank account, it's good for your entire life. The beautiful thing about thoughts is that they're completely under your control. You might not be able to control what happens around you, but you can always choose what you think about what happens around you. You can choose to focus on what's wrong or what's right, on what's missing or what's present, on what's impossible or what's possible. Every moment offers you this choice, and every choice you make is creating your future experience. When you begin to consciously choose thoughts that support abundance, you might notice that these new thoughts feel uncomfortable at first. This is perfectly normal. Your mind has been practicing scarcity thinking for so long that abundance thinking feels foreign, like speaking a new language. But just like learning any new skill, it gets easier with practice. The more you choose abundant thoughts, the more natural they become, until eventually they're as automatic as your old limiting thoughts used to be. Your thoughts about abundance don't just affect your own life, they ripple out and affect everyone around you. When you embody abundance consciousness, you give others permission to do the same. When you speak about money with confidence and gratitude rather than fear and worry, you help shift the collective conversation about abundance. When you live as someone who expects good things to happen, you inspire others to raise their own expectations. Your personal transformation contributes to the transformation of the world. The foundation of all abundance begins with how you feel about yourself. Before we can invite more prosperity into our lives, we must first believe that we are worthy of receiving it. This isn't about being perfect or having everything figured out. This is about recognizing the inherent worth that exists within you simply because you are alive, because you are here, because you matter. So many of us carry deep wounds around our worthiness. We've been told we're not good enough, smart enough, talented enough, or deserving enough. These messages might have come from well-meaning parents who were repeating what they learned, from teachers who didn't understand our unique gifts, from a society that profits from making us feel insufficient. But these messages were never true about you. They were just stories, and today we begin to tell ourselves a different story. When I share affirmations with you, I'm not asking you to lie to yourself or pretend everything is perfect. I'm inviting you to plant new seeds of truth in the garden of your mind. These affirmations are like loving declarations of who you really are beneath all the old programming, beneath all the fear and doubt. They're statements that align you with your highest truth, your deepest wisdom, your most authentic self. Start with this simple truth: I am worthy of abundance in all forms. You might not believe this completely yet, and that's perfectly fine. Worthiness isn't something you have to earn or prove. It's not something that can be taken away from you based on your mistakes or failures. Your worthiness is built into the very fabric of your being. You were worthy the day you were born, and you'll be worthy every day of your life. When you look in the mirror each morning, try speaking to yourself with the same kindness you would offer a beloved friend. Say these words gently, with love. I approve of myself exactly as I am today. I am enough. I have enough. I do enough. You might feel resistance at first. Your old programming might argue with these words. That's normal. Keep speaking them anyway. You're not trying to convince your mind immediately. You're simply offering your heart a new possibility to consider. I deserve to live a life that feels good to me. This affirmation is so important because many of us have been taught that we don't deserve comfort, ease, or joy. We've been told that struggle is noble, that we should accept whatever scraps life offers us. But you came into this world to thrive, not just survive. You came here to experience the fullness of life, including abundance in all its beautiful forms. I release all guilt and shame about wanting more. Feel the freedom in these words. You don't have to justify your desires for abundance. You don't have to make yourself smaller to make others comfortable. Your dreams and desires are valid simply because they exist within you. When you want more love, more money, more joy, more freedom, you're not being greedy. You're being human, and that's perfectly beautiful. I am open to receiving all the good that life has to offer. Sometimes we become so focused on giving, on taking care of others, on being helpful and useful, that we forget how to receive. But receiving is just as important as giving. When you allow yourself to receive compliments, help, opportunities, and abundance, you complete the natural cycle of flow that keeps energy moving in healthy ways. Practice these affirmations not just with your words, but with your actions. When someone offers to help you, practice receiving by saying yes. When someone compliments you, practice receiving by saying thank you instead of deflecting or arguing. When opportunities come your way, practice receiving by considering them seriously instead of immediately assuming you're not qualified or deserving. I trust that I have everything within me to create the life I desire. This affirmation reminds you that you're not a victim of circumstances. You have creative power, intelligence, intuition, and resourcefulness. You have the ability to learn, grow, and adapt. You have unique gifts and talents that the world needs. You have everything you need to begin where you are and create positive change in your life. Now let's turn our attention specifically to money and wealth, because this is often where our deepest fears and limitations live. Money is simply energy, a tool that allows us to exchange value with others. It's not good or evil in itself. It's neutral. The meaning we give to money, the emotions we attach to it, the stories we tell ourselves about it, these things determine how money flows in our lives. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. When you speak these words, you're aligning yourself with the natural flow of abundance. You're declaring that you don't have to struggle, fight, or force your way to prosperity. You're opening yourself to the possibility that money can come to you in ways that feel good, that honor your values, that allow you to maintain your integrity and joy. You might have been taught that money only comes through hard work and struggle. While there's certainly value in honest work and effort, the belief that money must be hard to earn often creates unnecessary suffering. When you believe that money flows easily, you become more open to opportunities that don't require you to exhaust yourself. You become more creative about generating income. You allow yourself to receive money from unexpected sources with grace and gratitude. I have a healthy, loving relationship with money. This affirmation helps you release any negative emotions you might carry about money. If you've been taught to fear money, to see it as corrupting or dirty, this affirmation invites you to develop a new, healthier perspective. You can love money for the freedom it provides, the opportunities it creates, the comfort it offers, and the good it allows you to do in the world. I am a money magnet. Money is drawn to me from multiple sources. Feel the power in these words. You're not chasing money or begging for it. You're becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts prosperity. When you embody abundance consciousness, when you feel good about yourself and your relationship with money, you send out a vibration that draws wealth to you. I use money wisely and joyfully. This affirmation addresses any fears you might have about becoming irresponsible with money if you have abundance. You're declaring that you can be trusted with wealth, that you'll use it in ways that serve your highest good and the good of others. You're also affirming that money is meant to be enjoyed, not hoarded out of fear. I always have more than enough money for everything I need and desire. This powerful affirmation shifts you out of scarcity consciousness and into abundance consciousness. Instead of worrying about not having enough, you're training your mind to expect plenty. You're affirming that the universe has unlimited resources and that your share is always available to you. Practice visualizing yourself writing checks easily, paying bills with gratitude, buying things you want without stress or guilt. See yourself giving generously to causes you care about, helping others, creating beautiful experiences for yourself and your loved ones. These visualizations, combined with your affirmations, help your mind accept abundance as your natural state. I am grateful for all the money I have and all the money that's on its way to me. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for attracting abundance. When you appreciate what you have, even if it seems small, you send a signal to the universe that you're a good steward of resources. You create space for more to flow to you. Gratitude also shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present, which feels so much better and attracts more good into your life. While money is important, true abundance encompasses every area of your life. When you open yourself to abundance in all its forms, you begin to see that prosperity is about much more than your bank account. It's about richness of experience, depth of relationships, vitality of health, and fullness of joy. I am abundantly healthy and vibrant. Your body is capable of incredible healing and renewal. Every cell in your body is designed to function optimally. When you affirm your health and vitality, you're working with your body's natural tendency toward wellness. You're choosing to focus on what's working well in your body rather than what might be wrong. You're supporting your immune system, your energy levels, and your overall well-being with your positive expectations. Health abundance means having energy for the things you love, feeling comfortable and strong in your body, and experiencing the joy of physical vitality. It means trusting your body's wisdom, nourishing yourself well, and moving in ways that feel good. It means releasing stress and tension that block your natural flow of wellness. I am surrounded by loving, supportive relationships. Love is perhaps the greatest abundance of all. When you have people in your life who truly see you, appreciate you, and support you, you are wealthy beyond measure. This affirmation helps you attract and maintain healthy relationships while releasing connections that drain your energy or diminish your spirit. Relationship abundance means having friends who celebrate your successes, family members who love you unconditionally, and romantic partnerships that honor your authentic self. It means being able to give and receive love freely, to communicate openly and honestly, and to create bonds that enrich your life immeasurably. My life is filled with joy, laughter, and wonderful experiences. Joy is your birthright. You don't have to wait until everything is perfect to experience happiness. You can choose to find delight in simple pleasures, to appreciate beauty wherever you find it, and to create moments of celebration in ordinary days. I trust that everything I need comes to me at the perfect time. This affirmation helps you release the anxiety of trying to control every outcome. It reminds you that there's a natural timing to life, that opportunities appear when you're ready for them, and that you can trust the unfolding of your path even when you can't see the whole picture. I see opportunities everywhere I look. When you train your mind to look for possibilities rather than problems, you'll be amazed at what you discover. Opportunities exist all around you, but they're often disguised as work, challenges, or unexpected changes. When you approach life with curiosity and openness, you become skilled at recognizing the gifts hidden in every situation. Abundance in all areas means waking up each day with excitement about what's possible. It means feeling grateful for what you have while remaining open to what's coming. It means treating yourself with kindness, speaking to yourself with love, and honoring your dreams as sacred messengers from your soul. One of the most important skills you can develop on your abundance journey is the art of receiving. So many beautiful souls know how to give endlessly, giving their time, their energy, their love, their resources. But when it comes to receiving, they feel uncomfortable, unworthy, or guilty. If this sounds like you, please know that you're not alone and there's nothing wrong with you. You've simply been taught that giving is noble and receiving is selfish. But this isn't true. Receiving is just as sacred as giving, and both are necessary for healthy abundance flow. Think about breathing for a moment. You breathe in and you breathe out. Both actions are essential for life. You wouldn't try to only exhale without inhaling, because you know that would be impossible and harmful. The same principle applies to abundance. When you only give without receiving, you eventually exhaust yourself. When you only receive without giving, the flow becomes stagnant. Healthy abundance requires both giving and receiving in a natural, balanced rhythm. I am open and receptive to all the good that life has to offer. When you speak these words, really feel them in your body. Notice if there's any tension, any resistance, any voice that says you don't deserve good things. If you feel resistance, that's valuable information. It shows you where healing is needed. Gently acknowledge the resistance without judgment and continue affirming your openness to receive. I gracefully accept compliments, help, and opportunities. So many of us have been taught to deflect compliments, to refuse help, to downplay our accomplishments. But when someone offers you a genuine compliment, they're giving you a gift. When you deflect it or argue with it, you're essentially refusing their gift and teaching them not to offer you good things in the future. Practice simply saying thank you when someone appreciates you. Practice saying yes when someone offers assistance. Practice considering opportunities seriously instead of immediately assuming you're not qualified. I deserve to receive abundance in all forms. This affirmation directly addresses the unworthiness that blocks so many of us from receiving. You don't have to earn the right to receive love, kindness, opportunities, or prosperity. You deserve these things simply because you exist, because you're part of the human family, because you matter. I trust the timing of my life. Sometimes we resist receiving because we think we should be able to provide everything for ourselves, or because we believe accepting help makes us weak or dependent. But there are seasons in life when we need more support, and seasons when we have more to offer others. Trusting the timing means being willing to receive when it's your time to receive, knowing that your time to give abundantly will come as well. Receiving also means being open to unexpected sources of abundance. Sometimes prosperity comes through the channels we expect. our jobs, our businesses, our investments. But often abundance arrives in surprising ways through gifts, refunds, found money, unexpected opportunities, canceled debts, or windfalls we never could have planned. When you're truly open to receiving, you don't limit how abundance can reach you. I allow others to give to me joyfully. When you refuse to receive from others, you actually deprive them of the joy of giving. Think about how good it feels when you're able to help someone you care about, when you can give a gift that truly delights them, when you can offer support that makes a real difference. When you allow others to give to you, you're giving them that same beautiful feeling. Creating daily practices around abundance helps you maintain a positive relationship with prosperity, even when circumstances feel challenging. These practices keep your mind focused on possibility rather than limitation, on gratitude rather than complaint, on abundance rather than scarcity. They become like vitamins for your abundance consciousness, strengthening your ability to attract and maintain prosperity. Start each morning with abundance affirmations that feel authentic to you. You might say, "This is going to be a wonderful day filled with opportunities and blessings. I am open to receiving all the good that wants to come to me today. I trust that everything I need will be provided." Speak these words with feeling, not just as empty repetition. Let them fill you with genuine excitement and anticipation for your day. I begin each day with gratitude for the abundance already in my life. Before you even get out of bed, take a moment to appreciate what you have. Feel grateful for your breath, your heartbeat, the roof over your head, the people who love you. This practice of morning gratitude sets a positive tone for your entire day and trains your mind to look for things to appreciate rather than things to worry about. Keep an abundance journal where you record not just the money that comes to you, but all forms of abundance you experience. Write down compliments you receive, acts of kindness others show you, opportunities that present themselves, moments of joy and beauty you witness. This practice helps you see how abundantly blessed you already are and opens your awareness to even more abundance flowing to you. I celebrate every form of abundance that comes into my life. When you find a good parking space, when someone lets you go ahead in line, when you receive unexpected good news, when you discover something on sale that you've been wanting, celebrate these moments. Acknowledging and appreciating smaller abundances creates space for larger abundances to flow to you. Practice daily visualization where you see yourself living abundantly. Spend a few minutes each day imagining your life as you would love it to be. See yourself in your ideal home, doing work you love, surrounded by people who appreciate you, having plenty of money for everything you need and want. Make these visualizations as vivid and detailed as possible. Feel the emotions of already having these things. This practice helps your mind accept abundance as normal and natural for you. I end each day by appreciating all the good that came to me. Before you go to sleep, review your day and acknowledge everything positive that happened. This might include productive work, pleasant conversations, delicious meals, beautiful sights, comfortable moments of rest. This practice of evening gratitude helps you fall asleep in a positive state of mind and programs your subconscious mind with appreciation while you sleep. Create abundance rituals that feel meaningful to you. You might light a candle while you say your affirmations. Keep crystals or other objects that remind you of prosperity. Create a vision board with images of your abundant life, or have a special place where you sit to do your abundance practices. These rituals help make your abundance work feel sacred and important. I am consistent and patient with my abundance practices. Change takes time, and transformation happens gradually. Don't expect overnight miracles, but do expect steady progress. Trust that every positive thought you think, every affirmation you speak, every moment of gratitude you feel is contributing to positive change in your life. Let's be honest about something important. Even when you're committed to creating abundance in your life, you'll probably experience moments of doubt, fear, or resistance. This is completely normal and doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It doesn't mean the principles don't work or that you're not cut out for abundance. It simply means you're human and you're changing patterns that have been with you for a long time. When affirmations feel untrue or uncomfortable, start with affirmations you can believe. If "I am wealthy" feels too far from your current reality, try "I am open to becoming wealthy," or "I am learning to accept abundance," or "I am willing to believe I deserve prosperity." Find words that feel authentic to your current emotional state while still moving you in a positive direction. I am patient and compassionate with myself as I grow. Change is a process, not an event. Be as kind to yourself as you would be to a dear friend who is learning something new. Celebrate small progress rather than demanding instant transformation. Notice and appreciate shifts in your thinking, your feeling, and your circumstances, even when they seem minor. Sometimes resistance shows up as skepticism about whether affirmations and positive thinking really work. If you find yourself thinking this is all nonsense, that's okay. You don't have to believe completely to benefit. Simply be willing to experiment. Try the practices for a few weeks and see what happens. Pay attention to how you feel when you focus on abundance versus when you focus on scarcity. Notice whether opportunities seem to increase when you're in a positive state of mind. I trust the process even when I cannot see immediate results. Just as a farmer plants seeds trusting that they will grow even before any sprouts are visible, you can trust that your positive thoughts and words are creating positive changes in your life, even before you see external evidence. Keep nurturing your abundance consciousness with the same faith that a gardener tends their plants. When old fears about money come up, acknowledge them gently. You might say to yourself, "I notice I'm feeling afraid about money right now. That's understandable given what I learned growing up. But I'm choosing to learn new ways of thinking about abundance. I'm safe to want prosperity. I'm safe to have money. I'm safe to enjoy abundance." I release the need to control how abundance comes to me. Sometimes resistance shows up as attachment to specific outcomes or timelines. You might think abundance has to come through your current job, or by a certain date, or in a particular amount. But the universe often has more creative and generous plans than we can imagine. Stay open to receiving abundance in ways you haven't thought of, from sources you haven't considered, and in timing that serves your highest good. When you notice yourself slipping back into old patterns of scarcity thinking, be gentle with yourself. Simply notice what's happening and make a new choice. You might say, "I notice I'm focusing on what I don't have. I choose to focus on what I do have and what's possible for me." This gentle redirection, practiced consistently, gradually creates new mental habits. Every day I grow stronger in my ability to think abundantly. Trust that each time you choose abundance over scarcity, you're building new neural pathways in your brain. Each time you choose gratitude over complaint, you're strengthening your abundance muscles. Each time you choose faith over fear, you're becoming someone who naturally attracts prosperity. My beautiful friend, as we come to the end of our time together today, I want you to feel in your heart just how much you matter. You matter to me, you matter to the people who love you, and you matter to this universe that brought you into existence. You were born worthy of abundance, and nothing you've done or failed to do has changed that fundamental truth about you. I am infinitely worthy of all the abundance life has to offer. Let these words settle into every cell of your body. You are not too much or too little. You are not too broken or too flawed. You are exactly who you need to be to receive the abundance that wants to flow to you. Your desires for prosperity are not selfish. They're your soul's way of calling you toward your highest potential. As you leave this space and return to your daily life, carry with you the knowing that you have everything you need to begin creating positive change right now. You don't need more education, more experience, more time, or more anything else before you can start. You can begin exactly where you are with exactly what you have. Every moment offers you a fresh opportunity to choose abundance over scarcity, gratitude over complaint, love over fear. I step into my abundant life with confidence and joy. You are not walking this path alone. Millions of people all over the world are choosing to think differently about abundance, to heal their relationship with money, to open their hearts to prosperity. You are part of a beautiful movement of souls who are remembering their true worth and claiming their birthright of abundance. Trust the process, trust yourself, and trust that abundance is not only possible for you, it's inevitable when you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the prosperity that wants to express through your life. The universe is always saying yes to you. Now it's time for you to say yes to the universe. Start today. Start right now. Start with one affirmation, one moment of gratitude, one choice to see possibility instead of limitation. Your abundant life is waiting for you, and every step you take toward it is celebrated by all of creation. You are so loved, you are so worthy, and your time for abundance is now. Go forth and prosper, beautiful soul. The world needs what you have to offer, and abundance gives you the freedom and resources to share your gifts fully. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your invitation to step into the abundant life that has always been yours to claim.